this is how I'm going to do it. We got the instruction pulled up. If you go to the website and look up the item number 20090, when it comes up, just click on it, and somewhere on that page in the middle, it's got the Adobe Acrobat file, the PDF. There we go. It's got a PDF file, and it's awesome. It's color. It's got all that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be using to assemble it. Right now I'm just gonna assemble it, and later I'm gonna put it in. But right now I wanted to get it assembled. So I'm using this Pyrex dish. You notice I like to use these for my little projects. These my wife's dishes. I want to use it for this because this stuff is really small. And if I drop one, we're out of business. And this is expensive for me. But it comes with everything you need, so we're going to get it assembled. We got the instructions and all that. And there's the part number one more time. Okay. And the bearings and the spacers. Oh, look at those babies. That's gonna be fun. Okay, there's two different kinds of grease. Oh wow, this is still on the sprig. I do want to take time and make sure they're clean parts. I want to get those pieces off clean, get the little I just figure they should be trimmed. I mean, this is a rotating assembly, so it seems like you would want it as balanced as possible. I like the sticker. Man, I've noticed people are really stingy these days with stickers. You remember back in the day, you'd order something, you get a whole sheet of stickers rolled up in the box. Let me see. I don't mean these guys. These guys, they were awesome. They sent me a sticker. Some other stuff I've gotten didn't have any stickers. So, okay. I know I need that with those. That's the very first step. And I need the grease that looks like this. So I'm gonna move everything else out of the way. I'm gonna open just this section. And then I'm gonna open the grease. Because I think if I get the grease onto that, it'll help hold the bearings. So I'm gonna work that out. And I'm gonna put just a smidge of grease down here at the base. I don't know how much of this stuff I'm gonna need or how much they give us. It says grease the thrust assembly. I hope I said that right. Yeah, that's what that would be, the axial thrust. Like when you put a camshaft in, you got the thrust bearing in the back. This got the thrust bearing right there. That's what we're about to put in. Yeah, there's my cat. Okay. I'm just gonna pick them up with the grease. And now I should be able to work them all into place. Can you see what I'm doing here? I just stuck all the bearings. That's like one of our cats staring up a box. Okay. I hope that's enough bearings. 'Cause that's all there is. There ain't no more. Okay. All the bearings are in there. I hope you guys can see that. Is that blurry or anything? Yep, okay, so all the bearings are in the grease. Now we put on the outdrive cup. I'm gonna check and see. I wanna make sure both are the same. I don't wanna put it away. There's 3. There are 1, 2, 3 outdrive cups. I only need 2. And that one's got a little half. That one's got a half. Okay, so I guess let me look inside where the thrust bearings will sit. Can y'all see in there? I can't see in there. All these lights and I can't see nothing. They all look the same. Okay, so I'm gonna put the thrust assembly into the outdrive cup. I'm guessing I'm gonna stand the screw up like that and slide this down over it. And try not to knock any bearings off. And then I'll just leave that sit, I guess. And then I need one of these bearings. So it says to put one of these on. So I'm gonna put, that looks really weird. Oh, it fits over that little half split thing. That's the bearing, and then we have to put these little washers that are like spring washers. They're very specific about making sure that it's like pointing up. I'm gonna hold it in front of the picture on the screen and make sure it looks right when I put this on. And that is how it looks. And then we put on a Diff Hub. Okay, now it says to put the diff ring. That would be this. Right there. And then it says to put this big booger on top of that. But it also says to use silicone grease. Silicone grease. And it comes with all this stuff. The only thing I've got out here that that didn't come with it is the razor knife. Smart guy. There we go. Okay. Now it shows this part with the flange for the gear. It's not a high flange, but I guess you would still call that a flange. That part goes down. But this says grease. So, and it shows you in instructions the little thing of grease. You'll see it. It's just a little PDF file on the website if you just look up the part number I gave you. Okay. And that should be enough to hold things together. Okay. Now I have to put the 3 32nd diff balls in. That would be the only balls left. Nice. Got one in one hole. Can y'all see that? Did I do that? Oops. Okay, they're all in. I'm going to apply some more silicone grease. The next page shows this little guy. It's a T-nut. And then the actual nut, this stuff is tiny. Make sure when you build this, you do it over something like this. This is a really good idea. It just keeps stuff from getting away from you, because everything starts to get a little sticky with the grease and stuff. But okay. Next it says to put the outdrive cup like that. You know, the little ears on that thing engage with the outdrive, the sides of the outdrive cup. Then we put the bearing on. Now the spring washer. And again, I'm going to pay close attention to the direction the spring washer goes, comparing it to the directions on the screen while I'm doing this. And then a Diff Hub. And again, make sure you get it through the bearings and into the other part. I don't know if it engages or not. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm trying to... Okay. And then differing. I really think I should have applied some grease to that other differing. But I think there's enough on the balls right now that after we slowly begin to rotate it after we get it together. Doggone. See what I mean? Do it in a tray of some sort. Okay. Again, we're going to check, make sure we put the spring in the right direction. And then we put the Diff Hub on. And then we put the diff ring on, which we greased. And the grease is kind of sticky now. Kind of getting there. Okay. Now we take this assembly and the Allen wrench. There we go. And then we take this assembly, which I'm disassembling as we speak. There. Okay, that's better. I'm going to get that cat hair out of there. I felt it grab. Wow. It's very smooth. Now, honestly, I don't know anything about how tight this should be. It says... Remember, this is 1.5. Sorry, I'm lost in space over here looking at the directions. This is 1.5 millimeter. I'm putting it into the hex head. That was the original screw. And then we've got this little doodad that had the tiny nut in it, and that's on the other side, and that's what I'm holding here. They show where you put something across, like that to hold it, and then tighten this side. And I'm just thinking, dang, how tight does it supposed to get? Does it supposed to get? Is it supposed to be? But also, I'm trying to remember, it's got those springs. So I'm going to scroll down a little more. And it says, warning, do not run the vehicle with the diff slipping excessively. Well, so far, I haven't felt any tension increase as I've tightened this a little bit at a time. I mean, I've felt the screw tension change, but, well, just now I'm starting to feel a little change in this. It seems pretty tight, I think, I don't know. It says, tighten diff until clamp screw just bottoms out. Man, now different people have a different definition of bottoms out. Do I keep turning it until it stops? Yes, I believe that's what they mean. But not tight, just stops. But I'm gonna say, while you're doing this, keep rotating the assembly. Keep feeling for anything weird. Make sure there's no, you don't feel a gritty spot starting to develop or anything like that. I'm just saying from other assemblies, rotating assemblies similar to this, as you begin to tighten it, you want to keep rotating the assembly and make sure everything's behaving properly. You know, you gotta stop and make sure everything makes sense while you're doing stuff. You stop and ask yourself, does all this look right? See, it's still turning. And you notice I'm not using a screwdriver handle. I'm just using this, and I got grease all over my fingers. Yeah, and there's really not much difference in the slip so far. That was it. It just bottomed out. It literally just stopped. The tension was the same, and then it bottomed out. Okay. So it says tighten the diff until it just bottoms out. I'm going to... Oop, there. Back clamp screw out 1/4 to 1/2 turn for the initial diff setting. Okay, so let's back it out 1/4 turn. Alright. That is my new MIP ball diff for my Mini T Losi 2.0. That one. And like I say, I'm just using the instructions. Oh, and look, he got a big rock. It's hiding back there. Yeah. We're gonna break that out later, I think. But okay, yeah, so I built it. I was really nervous about it, I have to be honest. But I noticed that we ended up with some extra grease. I may not have applied enough. I hope I did. We ended up with an extra outdrive cup and an extra T-nut. So, I noticed these outdrive cups are really heavy duty. I like the way they feel. This feels a little loose to me. Now, I don't know anything about what I'm doing, but I'm going to say it did warn us not to run it excessively loose. And I've been spinning it the whole time as I tighten it. And I don't think the tension has changed a lot. There we go. I think I'm starting to feel it. There's a definite dead stop. Yeah. Okie dokie. Now, the cleanliness with which you do this is going to dictate the longevity of life here. Because Any grit or grime you get in there is going to eat away at it because it's going to make many, many, many revolutions at high RPMs. It's going to just cut away, tear away, shave away, shred away, however you want to look at it. So keep it clean while you're doing it. Alright guys, I'm going to call it quits for now. That's my ball diff. Thanks for watching. If I don't see you guys later, I think I will. And there's the part number one more time. Okay.